Test, test. Test, test. Hello and welcome to Ironbark Fields for second A-League friendly for the Western United men's team, coming up against the new boys in the competition, Auckland FC, and welcome for the first time Fields for second A-League friendly. Ibusuki gets us underway. The Western United men's team, Western United coming up against the new boys in the competition, from right Auckland to left FC for the first time Fields, with Matt Sutton in goal. Hiroshi Ibusuki gets us underway. James Donachie, Tamaki United, and Tate Russell going across from the back to left. James here at Ironbark Fields with, we'll see that one Matt out. Sutton in goal. Kick. Ben Garucho, Sepasquale and Reece Bozanovski in midfield. Imai with Riku Danzaki across the back. Matthew Grimaldi flanking James them. It is who, and Ollie, we'll see that one out of play for a goal kick. Ibusuki up front. Sepasquale and Reece Bozanovski in midfield. His pre-season goal tally after scoring his first goal in green and black. And Ollie Laval junior win over Melbourne City in the last up front friendly action that John Aloisi's men had, to add to his pre-season goal tally after scoring his first goal in green and black to Grimaldi, and the first time to Garuccio down the left-hand side. Friendly action that John Aloisi's men had. Skewered in our position, but the ball does come in. Auckland managed to scratch it clear. Spreads to Grimaldi, and first time to Garuccio down the left-hand side. Bozanovski does brilliantly in our position, but the ball does come in. Wriggle away. Auckland managed to scratch it clear. Only as far as Imai on the halfway line. Bozanovski does brilliantly under pressure. Auckland throw in there. Away. Defensive third. Find Grimaldi. Be interesting to have a look at Auckland. Of course, the position Western United were in not too long ago, being the new kids on the block. Throw in there. Auckland have been getting third. Plenty of pre-season action in to have a look at Auckland. Over the last number of weeks, the position Western United were in something of a not tour too long ago, being New South Wales on the block a couple of weeks ago. Auckland have been getting plenty of pre-season action, 2-2 draws against over the last number of weeks. Newcastle Jets and Central Coast Mariners. Something of a tour of Russell, New South Wales, on the right-hand side, puts it in, and Ollie Laval draws a fantastic save. 2-2 draws against from Alex Paulson. Newcastle Jets and Central Coast Mariners. Here's Tate Russell. Apologies, we down the right-hand side. That one puts it in, and Ollie Laval, a lovely stooping header from Ollie Laval, save, and a very sharp save from Alex Paulson. Of course, made himself known. Missed that one on the camera, but it was audiences stooping header from Ollie last season, and a very sharp save to Bournemouth from Alex Paulson, Premier League, and is back in the A-Leagues. Made himself known to crossing A-League's audiences with Wellington Phoenix Kiwi last season, and heading over to Auckland, to Bournemouth in the Premier League, and is back in the A-Leagues. A free kick and on loan to build out a defence there, crossing the new Kiwi derby, and heading over to Auckland. Auckland will win. Have had a free kick 3 to build out a friendlies against A-League opposition so far. 2 2-all draws. Mentioning one against Auckland, the Jets, one against the Mariners, and a 3-1 defeat to Melbourne City. 3 friendlies against A-League opposition so far. They've now arrived 2 2-all draws. Victoria, one against the Jets, one against the Mariners, and a 3-1 defeat to Melbourne City. Taking on Western United this afternoon. Days ago, as they've now arrived in Victoria, and now, of course, taking on Western United this afternoon. Bozanovski cuts that one out in midfield. It's back to Dan Hall at the back for Auckland. Treble winner with Central Coast. Bozanovski cuts that one out. One of in midfield. Auckland's big acquisitions for this season. Hall at the back for Auckland. treble winner with Central Coast. Out to the left-hand side. One of Tate Russell's big acquisitions for this season. In, and that'll be a goal kick. And that's a lovely switch. Out to the left-hand side. Tate Russell will pursue. Can't be kept in, and that'll be a goal kick. Grimaldi's fouled. West United will look to build up with this free kick. Grimaldi's fouled. West United will look to build up with this free kick. Garuccio under pressure, plays it back to Donachie. And then will be another West United goal kick. Garuccio under pressure, plays it back to Donachie. And then will be another West United goal kick. Auckland go all the way back to Paulson. The shout from Aloisi and players alike is out, urging the United setup to step up. The long ball is headed out for a throw-in. Neither side really taking a significant command of possession just yet. Feeling things out in the opening exchanges. Apologies, I don't believe our scoreboard graphic is working, but we'll do our best to update you on the match time and the score as soon as we get an opening goal here. Pasquale under pressure finds Donachie. It's all a bit scratchy for United at the moment. And it'll go out. It is a throw-in for the hosts, much to the disappointment of some of the Auckland players. So Tate Russell with the throw-in. See, one of two new signings in terms of coming from another A-Leagues club for Western United. Tate Russell, 25-year-old, 85 appearances for Western Sydney Wanderers, former Olyroos. Be looking forward to seeing him bomb up and down the right-hand touchline as Josh Risdon did for so many years in green and black. Obviously an ACL injury set Russell back with the Wanderers a couple of years ago, but came back to good effect last year with much of that customary energy and pace and intensity that we've been used to seeing from him. Loves to get forward, create, chip in with a goal himself as well. And that was Imai mopping up for Russell on that right-hand side. Garuccio will collect in a bit of space now and room to drive. Ben Garuccio swings in an early ball looking for Laval. That might have struck an arm. Auckland will gather possession anyway. So it will be throw in rather than free kick. Garuccio's half clearance fell to Grimaldi. Goes down and Bozanovski cleans up. Auckland on the attack. overlapping run comes from the right-hand side. But Grimaldi does enough to force the errant pass. Auckland pressing high in the early stages. United will look to navigate out of it and do so well. Donachie finds Garuccio. Goes long immediately for that linchpin up front in Ibusuki. So good at holding up the play, using his body and his aerial presence. Laval just can't keep that one in, and it'll be another throw-in for the visitors. Auckland driving, Imai stepping up, and it will be a free kick, seemingly awarded against Reece Bozanovsky, who has his arms outstretched in question to the referee. Cameron Howison has the ball in hand and will place it before walking away, right on cue. Francis de Vries to take. And that one is safely over the bar from a Western United point of view. And Matt Sutton again will look to build out. Sutton given the start for this one. It was Tom Hewitt-Bell in goal for the full 90 in that aforementioned 2-0 win over Melbourne City. And that's played well by United to get out of Auckland's press and find Garuccio again in space on the left. He needed a bit of help, Garuccio, and he's lost the ball in the end. That's a couple of times United have broken through that Auckland press, just looking for that final ball, whether it be a cross in the box or some more combination play to get through Auckland's lines. Sutton lifts that beautifully out to Russell on the right. A nice little drop of the hip. And United are away again. Space on the left once more for Garuccio. The ball's just behind him. Garuccio can't quite reach and adjust. This is Callan Elliott with the throw-in. One of a few, just like Alex Paulson, that have crossed this New Zealand divide to represent the other half of this new Kiwi derby that we have in the A-League men. And he's on the ball again, Elliott. Inside to Gillian. Hall. And that one will get away from Auckland for Western United ball. Imai goes long. Ibusuki will compete, but it's Tommy Smith that wins the header. Tommy Smith, one of Auckland's seasoned campaigners. 34 years of age, 54 All Whites caps. Certainly be a leader at the back as Auckland come again down the left. Bozanovsky out to challenge. The ball comes in. And the strike, and that's a superb save. Low to his right from Matt Sutton. It was a bit of pinball in the box and on the edge of the box, and it broke to Louis Verstraet, the Belgian midfielder, who struck cleanly. hip-height volley. It's a difficult technique to get right, but he kept it down well, and Sutton was equal to it with an excellent sprawling save to push it out for a corner, which United will now have to defend. It's an in-swinger. Did it stay in? No, it didn't. The header was out anyway from Dan Hall. United break. They're enjoying the left-hand side, Western United so far. Garuccio swings one in. Ibasuki just slipped and rendered him unable to compete for the ball. Some nice feet from Pasquale, but Verstraet intercepts. And that was Howison, and now they break. Auckland, Sutton, excellent starting position. Quick off his line to clear that danger. Getting a glimpse already of the speed of thought and speed of play for Auckland. Once they win the ball, looking to break down the flanks, especially at times when Tate Russell or Ben Garuccio have gone high in possession for Western United. Auckland looking to break quickly and exploit that space. Oh, it's a lovely flick and a return ball. There's runners in the box here if they can pick one out. Ultimately, they cannot. Garuccio will see that one out. Pasquale turns back to Russell, fires it into Bozanovski. Couldn't get it under control. Now Auckland have it on the edge of the box. And well defended, Tate Russell. Out for a second corner of the day for Auckland FC. This one will be an in-swinger again. Howison right on Sutton, who does well to punch. Shouts for handball from Auckland. It certainly looked like it may well have collided with Pasquale's hand, but at such close quarters, the referee decides no penalty. And United under pressure again. Donachie has to clear. It won't go out of play, and Auckland stay with it. And Auckland will have another corner. Riku Zanzaki on that occasion doing his defensive duties from the right flank. Good spell this for Auckland. A couple of repeated set pieces. Opportunity for them to keep the pressure on, and they'll be looking to get another effort on target to test Sutton again. This one's an outswinger. The runner's queuing up on the edge of the box. Ibasuki rose first. And then it's Grimaldi, and it's swung onto the post. United couldn't clear their lines. Auckland kept the ball in the mixer, so to speak. And it was spun onto the post in the end. It's a sigh of relief for the green and black. Grimaldi does well with a couple of players on him, and Garuccio's forced long again. Hall does well to control, but he's given it to Grimaldi. Atones for the errant pass to get back in possession. Garucho will let that one run all the way to the touchline for a throw in. Auckland so far able to largely keep United in these sort of positions. And again, they win the ball high. They'll reset with Smith at the back. Well defended by MI. He's given it to Pasquale under pressure. And Sutton, it's a comfortable save, but one he had to make at the front post. And Auckland will have their fourth corner so far in the opening 20 or so minutes in this one. Again, apologies for the issues with our scoreboard graphic, but we are still at 0-0, about 20 minutes into this one. And again, we can see the outswinging corner. 6 Auckland players queuing up on the edge of the box. They make their way in now. But Donachie with a fantastic leap to clear. Danzaki slices his clearance and Auckland remain on the front foot. Now Grimaldi comes away with it. He's got nothing on. So he asks Ollie Laval to give chase to that. Louis Verstraete, again, that's an excellent ball to Howison. MI across with a timely challenge. Excellent ball by Russell and Laval, and Danzaki just can't find Grimaldi. There's a big chance for a breakaway, and all of a sudden Auckland are back on the front foot again. The cross just can't quite pick out one of the willing runners, and Sutton has it safely in his grasp. And the quick throw out to Tate Russell. Reset and look to build up from the back. Donachie on the ball now. Obviously looking to add to his 10 appearances from last season. It was a first season at West United that was largely interrupted by injury, and then a red card as well, saw him miss an additional game. Still such a composed, seasoned professional at the back, offering leadership to the not only just the back line, but the entire West United squad. It's a very young team this season. 8 new players out of the academy given their first professional contracts. There were 11 professional debuts last season, and Donachie will be vital at the back. He's been beaten there though. Bozanovsky did well to keep the chase going, and it's a mixture of Bozanovsky and Imai that clear the danger on that occasion. Gillian with the throw to Verstraete. Smith finds Gallegos. Another long switch, and Russell cushions that header for Danzaki in space, who can break down the right. Here goes Riku Danzaki. He can't find a pass in midfield. That's a frustrating one for United. Oh, Laval puts the press on, and that's a fantastic finish. Ollie Laval adds to his goal in the last friendly against Melbourne City. It was a goal something out of nothing. It seemed like Auckland had one possession back after Danzaki's giveaway. Auckland looked settled. Laval was really the only one that kept up with the play, put the press on, won it back cleanly, wriggled through a couple of players, and take absolutely nothing away from that finish. Blasted into the top right corner at Paulson's near post, but nothing the Auckland goalkeeper could do about that. Fantastic finish. And West United lead 1-0 thanks to Ollie Laval. So we do have the score up, just not the time at the moment. But again, we are about 25 minutes in, and Laval has drawn first blood in this one. probably slightly against the run of play, the goal. Auckland had a nice little 5-minute spell. But Laval and his teammates and John Aloisi and the Western United staff will be delighted with that. They'd made a good start in the game and defended well, ensured that Sutton really only had one excellent save to make, shall we say. Laval was right where he needed to be to open the scoring. Auckland will look to respond and get back to the positive last few minutes that I mentioned. Dan Hall's pass is cut out by Ibusuki, and United break again. Pasquale threads through. Elliott gets there first, just ahead of Grimaldi. It's a really good challenge, and he's willing to just knock it out of play and out of danger for Auckland. United will stay on the front foot on this left-hand side. Grimaldi comes away with it, jinking inside. Bozanovski takes over. Pasquale finds Garuccio. First time ball in. Just over Ibusuki's head, and Auckland clear, but it's only as far as Pasquale. United can reload, and Pasquale is fouled, so it's a free kick. In a promising position here for Western United on this left-hand touchline. Garuccio well placed to swing this in. Grimaldi joins him at the dead ball. And the tall timbers from the back coming up into the box. Donachie, Imai, Ibusuki, of course, will be a target from an opportunity such as this. Laval and Danzaki in the mix as well. Garuccio's ball in. Hall meets it. Bozanovski on the volley. That's a comfortable one. Well struck as it was. A comfortable one bouncing into Alex Paulson's grasp. An Auckland break again. Howison spreads to Elliott. To Gillian. Can't find the pass, and Imai will take over for United. Tate Russell's making a run down the right. Imai tries to find him. It's just a little too close to Tommy Smith, who goes back to his goalkeeper. Fires up field. Bit of head tennis at the moment, but Ibusuki gets the ball back down on the deck for Grimaldi. Pasquale takes over. Danzaki loads of time on the right. Bit of a pitching wedge ball. Paulson was out in front of Ibusuki very well. And now this is a really promising spell for United now. Doing what Auckland did for a couple of minutes before the goal. Just keeping the pressure on, getting balls in the box. And they keep possession very well there. Bozanovski finds Garuccio. Continuing his really positive pre-season form is Reece Bozanovski. Garuccio to Grimaldi on the left. Dan Hall cleans that one up. Talking of pre-season form, obviously not entirely sure of Auckland's previous games, but Dan Hall has been mightily impressive so far. Gillian's looking to go at Donachie with Bozanovski in support. It's out to Howison, who'll strike. And it's another good save from Matt Sutton. Did well to hold it. We've obviously had plenty of rain this morning and this afternoon here in Tarneit. But Sutton with a composed and strong pair of hands to hold on to that strike. Tommy Smith and Ibusuki going at it. It's going to be an intriguing physical battle going forward for the remainder of the game. Smith won on that occasion. Gillian back to Hall. Oh, lovely turn. Reece Bozanovski in midfield, and he's got time to drive and time to pick out a pass. He finds Grimaldi on the left. First time across. And Dan Hall is there again for Auckland. Ollie Lavar was waiting to potentially tap in a second. But Hall was there first. Grimaldi now shoots. And that's another comfortable one for Paulson. It just takes a couple of seconds to take the sting out of it slightly and get Auckland back in possession. It's fantastic to see these young players combining for Western United. Reece Bozanovsky and Matthew Grimaldi in particular had a fantastic camp with the Ollie Roos in the last couple of weeks. Both scored across the 2 games. Grimaldi in the first one, assisted by Bozanovsky. And Reece Bozanovsky scoring in the second game. That's an excellent ball by Verstraet. Howison just couldn't get it under control. United will regather. Ibasuki, what a lovely touch that is. And Danzaki finds Laval. There's a bit of space to break. And Ibasuki plays another fantastic pass to his countryman. Danzaki just can't pick someone out. There was no one arriving on the edge of the box. It was the right ball to play. And had someone been there, it would have been a big chance for United. Instead, Guillermo Mai will break for Auckland and find Gillian on the right. Going at Garuccio. Bozanovsky did well to come across and support, and Donachie clears. But Gillian will get back on it. This one does get into the box again. Imai flicks it clear. Oh, fantastic ball in. It was just a little bit too high for Cameron Howison. It was a really, really good ball. Just couldn't reach it and get the effort on target. This goal kick will go long. Everyone is assembled on the halfway line, choosing not to play out of the back on this occasion. Sutton launches it towards the halfway line and towards Ibasuki. Auckland win that. Oh, good feet from Russell to find Bozanovsky. Didn't see Verstraet coming from behind, and he's done very well while on the ground to play that pass and win a free kick. Bit of a break in play. 2 Auckland players down. There will be an Auckland free kick at the end of it. It's Francis de Vries eventually to take this free kick. Swung in. Another good ball. Howison this time did reach the header. Couldn't direct it underneath the crossbar, and Sutton is happy to watch that sail over. It's a couple of really strong deliveries from the left-hand side from Francis de Vries. It's one of the 4 inaugural Auckland FC signings announced back in May. Of course, we've all been keeping up with the signings as this team continues to build. Grimaldi's given away a free kick there for a flailing arm. He's not happy with it, Grimaldi, but probably a fair decision. Auckland work down their right flank. Sutton again can see that high starting position. He's available to sweep anything coming his way. And he's on the ball again with Pasquale forced back. This time Sutton lifts it up to Ibusuki. Smith defends very well again. Grimaldi now wins it. And United can break down this left-hand side that they've enjoyed so far. Here's Laval. Tried it first time. Didn't have a great deal of room to operate. Auckland come away with it. Still stuck in that corner. Good strength from Donachie to keep Mai at bay. And Imai to Bozanovsky in midfield. Plenty of time on the ball for Bozanovsky. He's so good at that, finding the space in midfield and using his technical ability to set the team going forward. There he is again. And Danzaki makes the run down the right. And Bozanovsky finds him. De Vries challenging Ibusuki. De Vries has a hold of Ibusuki's jersey. And there's another coming together with Ibusuki again. And tempers flaring between the sides. Jack Morgan, the referee, just cooling things down. It is a pre-season friendly after all, but obviously good to see both sides getting competitive. Looked as if Ibusuki had kicked out at Jesse Randall, I believe it was, for Auckland. So it was a Western United free kick originally. I imagine that decision will still stand, but we'll see what the referee decides to do when we resume play. It's been a bit of a broken last couple of minutes. A couple of challenges starting to come in and tempers flaring. So, looks as if Hiroshi Ibusuki has been, not sure, officially red carded, or doesn't look like anyone's coming on for United. So it seems it's a red card for Hiroshi Ibusuki. Can see him making his way around the pitch and back into the tunnel. There is a substitute coming on. Looks like Mark Leonard being readied by Aidan Fox. So in the spirit of pre-season, I suppose, United not reduced to 10 men, but Ibusuki taken off the pitch. So it is a United free kick after all that. One which Stanzaki swings in. It's headed clear by Auckland. That's an excellent touch by Pasquale. Stanzaki again. Pasquale with a good ball across, but Tommy Smith is there once more. And now Auckland can clear. So United playing with 10 at the moment. We'll wait for the next break in play, I would imagine, for Mark Leonard to make his entrance. Of course, Mark, the older of the Leonard brothers. Oh, he doesn't even have to wait for a break in play. On he comes. Made his professional debut in the Australia Cup playoff against Newcastle Jets. Not sure if he was officially credited with an assist, but had a big part in Riku Stanzaki's late goal in that one. Stanzaki there that finds Russell. Lifts one high into the box, and it is Leonard. Well, he could have scored with his first touch in the game, Mark Leonard. He read the flight of the ball, headed it just agonisingly back across goal. Auckland able to clear. Some introduction that would have been for Mark Leonard. Stanzaki didn't quite catch that pass. Can see what he was trying to do, just flick it around the corner for Tate Russell. But it'll run out for a throw. So nearly an instant impact from Mark Leonard. As I was saying, made his senior debut against the Jets. Came on to good effect in a game that obviously wasn't going Western United's way at the time. But any Western United fans that have kept a close eye on the senior academy team will have seen his all-action style up front. Loves to press, buzz about in the final third, and obviously capable of chipping in with a goal as well. The Western United academy team scored so many of them and divided them up relatively evenly between the likes of Leonard, Laval, Abel Wallity, Jake Nadovsky. Diogo Ferreira's side, the top scorers in the 3 senior NPL competitions in Victoria. Well, Auckland have got numbers on the break here. Donachie read it well to find Russell, and now Pasquale. Grimaldi under pressure. Good feet from Grimaldi to find Leonard. And Pasquale. Back to Grimaldi. Pasquale again. Plenty of touches for he and Bozanovsky in midfield, and it's back to Matt Sutton. Grimaldi's in space in the middle. He chooses Bozanovsky, who is in an equal amount of green grass. Now Grimaldi, and now Garuccio down the left. Garuccio's first time ball, Danzaki, and it's in. Oh, the flag's up. Well, it was a combination of, was it going to creep underneath the crossbar? And was it offside? Imagine it was Danzaki himself who was offside on the ball from Garuccio. It was a sweeping move, playing out of the back from United. Started all the way back with Sutton. Bozanovsky and Grimaldi transitioning play from back to front. It was a good finish in the end too from Danzaki on the stretch. Paulson did well to get a hand on it, trying to tip it over the crossbar. Just crept in, but the offside flag ensures it stays 1-0 to Western United. We are a couple of minutes away, I would imagine, from the halftime whistle. If you're just joining us, it was Ollie Laval's searing near-post strike about halfway through this first period that currently has Western United in a 1-0 lead here at Ironbark Fields. We've had a little bit of drama. Hiroshi Ibasuki unofficially red-carded, asked to leave the pitch and replaced by Mark Leonard. Grimaldi looking for Bozanovsky, but that one's cut out. Imai's in space entering the attacking half now. Floats one in for Laval. The header on, looking for Leonard. Smith is there to mop up and coolly head back to his goalkeeper. There's the Western United press. Aloisi on his feet in the technical area. We saw Western United press to such great effect in the previous friendly against Melbourne City. And now they break forward again. Bozanovski just couldn't get it under control on the edge of the box. And the long ball into a 2-on-1. Imai ahead of Guillermo Mai for Auckland. United will play out again with Donachie. And there is the halftime whistle. Well, it's been all action at times here at Ironbark Fields. A good contingent of fans in attendance as well. If anyone is around the Tarneed area and watching on the stream, then certainly get yourself down to catch all the action up close. Western United started well and ended well in the half. Auckland had a brief period around the quarter of the hour. Positive period with repeated set pieces and balls in the box and chances on goal. But it was Western United that took the lead. Ollie Laval with a fantastic strike. He won the ball himself on the edge of the box, beat a couple of players and then thumped one into the roof of the net. That goal is the only one as it stands at half-time. And we'll be back for the second half with Western United leading Auckland FC 1-0. welcome back to Ironbark Fields. Second half moments away in this pre-season friendly between Western United and Auckland FC. It's Western United carrying a 1-0 advantage after an excellent Ollie Laval goal midway through that first half. A couple of chances either side. Guillermo Mai hit the post early on for Auckland. Matt Sutton has made a couple of good saves. Alex Paulson likewise. Tempers flared at times in that first half as well as the challenges are coming in. We're, of course, getting into this last month or so before the 2024-25 A-League men's season kicks off. So preparations are certainly ramping up for all teams across the competition. And these two sides here will be obviously eager to increase the intensity and get ready for their opening games. Western United are in New Zealand, round one, but against Wellington Phoenix, which will be a repeat of the club's inaugural A-League men fixture, which was also away against Wellington. Looks like we've got a change at the break for Western United. Luke Vickery has been put through his paces during the break, warming up. And it looks like it's Matthew Grimaldi that has made way, so should be a natural change for Vickery to line up on the left-hand side. Vickery, another one of those fantastic attackers that had such a superb season in VPL 1 men with Diogo Ferreira. And he'll be looking to make an impact not only in pre-season with the first team, but in the season proper as well. There's the whistle and we're back underway. Auckland kicking us off in their brand new blue and black stripes. Now kicking from right to left and looking to get back this deficit and get on the board. Garucho goes back to Sutton, who goes long. Auckland will keep this here on the left-hand side. Breaking forward, Laval giving chase. Dan Hall is there, as he has been for much of this game. Such a fantastic centre-back for Central Coast Mariners over the last couple of years. Treble winners last year, champions as well the season before. Now making his way over to the new project at Auckland and immediately looking like he fits in perfectly. And what a ball that was from Alex Paulson, splitting the United press to find Randall and now Howison. And Howison threads it through, looking for Mai. Garuccio made the challenge. It broke to Gillian in the end. He had a bit of space on the edge of the box, but he's just fired that one over the bar. Couldn't keep his effort down. It was a fantastic interception from Garuccio to ensure that Guillermo Mai wasn't the one to get on the end of that in the box. Auckland pressing high again as they did across the first half. And Sutton can't pick out substitute Vickery on that occasion. So Auckland will look to reload with Hall to his centre-back partner, who has the armband today, Tommy Smith. Previous A-League experience with MacArthur for Tommy Smith. World Cup experience in 2010 with the All Whites. Over 50 caps for his nation. I can imagine he'll be a crucial part of Auckland's setup this season. United are building up again. And we'll have a free kick. Imai. Donachie. Patience from United at the back. Pasquale dropping in, and Randall picks that off. That'll be a free kick for Auckland. Taken quickly and recycled around the back. United stepping up in their structure. Smith finds Howerson. That's a really good challenge from Pasquale to win it back. Bozanovski's in there. And again. Good feet from Gillian to find Callan Elliott breaking down the right. His ball only finds Tomoki Imai, who clears out for a throw-in. So Auckland looking to get back into this one. Western United, for all of the pressure that Auckland have brought in various parts of this game, United have defended well, have knocked the ball around the back effectively as well. Made sure that Matt Sutton only really had one highlight save to make so far. It's been another positive pre-season outing for the green and black. Oh, that's an unfortunate giveaway. You could see what Garucho was trying to do. His pass just collided into Bozanovski. United are back on it anyway. Tanzaki's looping switch finds Luke Vickery. Oh, that's a fantastic recovery challenge by Callan Elliott. And Auckland will be back in possession. So we've also had a change for Auckland. Finn McKinlay, 19-year-old midfielder, has come on in place of Louis Verstrat. The number 18 for Auckland, that is, who's entered the fray in this second half. Laval giving chase. Elliott back to Paulson and back to Elliott again. Vickery, the substitute, applying the pressure this time. And he does well to force a throw-in for United. Garucho wanted to take it quickly and does. Hall is there to marshal Laval. Oh, Bozanovski. He's been booked. Looked like a high boot in that challenge from Bozanovski. We've had the unofficial pre-season red card earlier with Ibusuki asked to leave play for United and Mark Leonard coming on in his place. It's been a fiery game. Bozanovski diving in there and receiving a yellow card for it. Danzaki missed his touch, but ended up working out nicely for him on the spin. He's just picked out Gallegos in midfield. Bozanovski with a nice touch. Vickery and Laval combined. Vickery will look to go one-on-one. Callan Elliott marshals well again. Former Wellington Phoenix man. He's played well today, Callan Elliott. The header is won by Mai. Gillian will keep that in. And go back to Elliott and Hall. And across to Smith. There's McKinlay, the substitute. Mai keeps it under pressure from Bozanovski. Gillian with the ball in. Mai clears. It's back to Guillermo Mai. Pasquale made the challenge at the nick of time. Mai got past Donachie. Advantage is played. Mark Leonard was fouled, but United can break. Danzaki now jinks inside. Looking for an option on the left and finds one in Mark Leonard. Vickery getting around on the overlap. Leonard slightly overhit the pass. Invited Callan Elliott to make the sliding challenge. Seen both teams make good use of some counter-attacking opportunities in this game. And this one will come back for a foul. Howison penalised for a foul on Bozanovski, it seems. Donachie plays quickly to Pasquale. Danzaki in a bit of a central position now with Russell high on this right-hand side and receives now. Nice little pass into Leonard. Danzaki was coming back from an offside position, so he and Mark Leonard not quite on the same wavelength there, and Auckland will reset with a goal kick. Dan Hall to take it. It's the trend in modern football at the moment, is the centre-back taking the goal kick short to the goalkeeper rather than the other way around. Of course, goalkeepers very much a part of the 11 on the field rather than the one goalkeeper and 10 outfielders, particularly a goalkeeper of Alex Paulson's quality on the ball. Danzaki under pressure from De Vries, holds him off well, and Pasquale goes back to Sutton. Donachie now with time, asks for Garuccio to come, and he does. Some nice feet from Garuccio to Bozanovski. He's got three around him, finds a way out of it. Well, it's a little bit scrappy at times from Western United, but they've done fantastically there to work out of pressure and now spread to the right-hand side. Fantastic play. Tate Russell now driving in space. Numbers over on the opposite flank, and Elliott is there again to make the challenge. There were three queuing up on the left-hand side. Russell just couldn't pick one of them out. Garuccio with a bit of a shake and bake. Swings the cross in. Randall clears. Bozanovski. That one's blocked by Tommy Smith and out for a corner. Bozanovski again, as he has been all day, buzzing around in midfield. Takes a good touch. Clean strike on goal, but Tommy Smith was there and well placed in front of his goalkeeper to divert that out for Western United's first corner of the game. Auckland had a handful in the first half. This one goes short, and now Danzaki floats in. Imai and Mark Leonard were arriving at the back post, but Paulson read it superbly and distributes quickly to Guillermo Mai. De Vries and McKenley. Elliott looks to go over the top. He's got Gillian on the right side who beats Garuccio and makes his way into the box. The cross is blocked by James Donachie. Elliott takes over. And Bozanovski gets the defensive touch, and just a minute ice. De Vries swings it in. It's a good ball. Donachie rises with a powerful header. And that was a hopeful ball back in. Gallegos lifting it over the bar and out of play. Another good strong header from James Donachie. He and Tamaki Imai didn't get many opportunities to play together at the back last season. It was an injury-ravaged season for really much of Western United's customary first choice back four. Of course, Josh Risdon a part of that last season, and Ben Garuccio on the left. Donachie, as I mentioned earlier, 10 appearances last season, but with a full pre-season now, is looking sharp at the back. Russell now with Danzaki streaming ahead in front of him. Russell will drive into the space and now pick the pass. De Vries cuts it out. Danzaki may well have been offside anyway. Now, Jesse Randall will look to take that space that Tate Russell vacated. Seb Pasquale was positioned very well to ensure there was no counter-attack opportunity. Felt that pass might have come a little bit earlier from Russell to Danzaki to release him into that space on the right. But again, United showing their pace and this dynamism going forward quickly after winning the ball, as they have done again now. And Pasquale finds Bozanovsky, who can turn again, and that's a fantastic ball from Reece Bozanovsky. Laval one-on-one, what a stop from Alex Paulson. That was a gorgeous Western United move. Once again, Reece Bozanovsky at the heart of it. And Ollie Laval, he scored the goal that has United in the lead in the first half. There was not much he could do to get it past a save like that from Alex Paulson, who seems to be picking a cross from the left-hand side. It's Garucho to swing it in. That one's cleared by Guillermo Mai. It's back out to Russell, who looks for the long diagonal. No one really on the same page, so De Vries can control and clear. It's a handy clearance. Almost turned into an outlet pass for Mai, but Sutton was out quickly and Russell was well positioned. Here is Tate Russell, now on the left-hand side of the pitch, but making his way back over now. Garucho still out here on the sort of right wing position for Western United, having taken that free kick on this near side. Sutton goes long. It's into a 2-on-1. Ollie Laval gives chase, as he always does. It'll be a throw-in for Auckland and invites the visitors to make what looks like 4 substitutions. So we can see De Vries coming off on this near side. In fact, he's just taking a swig of water. Not coming off for the time being. Looks like Randall, Gallegos, Mai. Is it 5 changes? And Howison and Hall all coming off. We'll get the names of the Auckland replacements shortly. Jake Brimmer is one of those. One of the marquee acquisitions for Auckland coming from Melbourne Victory. And he's straight into the action to defend Reece Bozanovsky there. Mark Leonard finds Vickery well. Oh, there was a chance there to play in Danzaki. Vickery cuts inside instead. And again, Alex Paulson with a superb save. Vickery's shot was deflected wickedly towards goal. Vickery's appealing, would seem, for handball. But Paulson had to react off balance and makes another sensational save. He's kept United out now on a handful of occasions and ensured the lead stays at 1. Laval tried in vain to win a penalty there. Instead, United will have a corner, which again, Garucho comes over to take. Garucho's in-swinger at the near post. De Vries defends. Gillian gets by Pasquale. And Alex Morgan has called it back for a head injury. It's Danzaki and De Vries on the deck. Auckland weren't happy with that because it looked like an opportunity to break. Jake Brimmer was screaming down the centre of the pitch and looking for the ball, but as of course is a rule, a head injury stops the game. Danzaki's on his feet now. De Vries taking a little bit more time. So a little bit of a let-off for United. It was looking like it was about to turn into a really strong breakaway for Auckland. Instead, they'll reset at the back. That one is long, and the flick on is one by Auckland. This is Max Mata. Brimmer just couldn't find McKinlay. Looked like Brimmer might have worked an inch to shoot. He has something of a habit of scoring screamers against Western United. Can think of 2 or 3 from his Melbourne Victory days. So I'm sure the task will be set for the likes of Pasquale and Bozanovsky to close him down anytime he gets a chance outside the box. That one's given away by McKinlay. Nice one-touch play there, and Laval can now break. Tackle comes in from Smith, but Pasquale is able to spread to Danzaki. Russell getting around him on the overlap. Danzaki can't find him. Ball rolls into the arms of Alex Paulson. Paulson, a rare error for him today. Can't find De Vries. Sends that ball out for a throw-in. Paulson has it again and finds Elliott. And again, that one goes out for a throw-in. Good pressure on that occasion again from Luke Vickery. He's got himself about since coming on at half-time for Matthew Grimaldi. And there he is in possession and slips a nice pass into Garuccio on the left, who does well to win a corner in that position. Pinned in right against the corner flag by 2 defenders. Playing it off them to win a corner. No one defending the short corner, so Danzaki gives it to Garuccio. The cross is deflected away for another corner. And the inquisition begins for Auckland, wondering how Garuccio was afforded so much time for the short corner. So Brimmer has gone over to guard against that on this occasion. Danzaki will now swing into the box. And Paulson claims that one. Brimmer again is the outlet. Danzaki does well to get back and defend from his corner taking position. United can reset, regather their structure after that set piece. Well, Pasquale looks long. So a fantastic idea and appreciated with a hand in the air by Danzaki, but Paulson was well placed off his line. Auckland now make their way into United's penalty area. That's an excellent turn from Gillian. And the cross is deflected, and Auckland have a corner of their own. Very quick on the break, Auckland. It's a couple of times more than a couple of times, they've flung forward from a defensive position to get numbers in their attacking box. Speaking of numbers in their attacking box, there's 4 queuing up at the back post now for this corner. Which comes in now. And it's off the crossbar, it seems. They launch it back into the box. Smith heads it down, and now it is in. Well, they nearly had the equaliser moments before from the corner. But now it is in the back of the net. A powerful half volley on the left foot of Jonty Bidois, I believe it was. And immediately after that goal, there's a series of Western United changes. It looks like the entire outfield set, bar Luke Vickery, who only came on at half time. So now United with Charbel Shamoon, Luca Coveney, Dylan Leonard and Tabena Abani across the back 4. James York and Jordan Lawton in front of them in midfield. Luke Vickery on the right-hand side now. Mark Leonard's gone over to the left. And Harry Caskey will play just in behind Michael Roos in the front 2 positions. There's Luca Coveney, the under-20 Kiwi international. Shamoon with the throw. Short to Vickery, returns the favour. Shamoon moves inside with a lovely ball and the dummy from Caskey. Shamoon's on it again. And he's done well to win a corner. Tried the little nutmeg on Francis de Vries. De Vries just got an ankle bone onto it. And it'll be out for a corner. Vickery is in place to put it in. De Vries heads away at the near post again. Roos holding off a defender. Vickery to Shamoon and back to Vickery. Vickery forced away from goal. He wanted the foul, it wasn't given. But he's got back and won it back himself, Luke Vickery. He's done well, the youngster. Made his young Socceroos debut recently in the under-19 Southeast Asian Championships. Scored a goal as well. Shamoon finds Vickery again. And De Vries tackles that out of play. But Vickery, one of United's many emerging young talents. As I mentioned, that young Socceroos debut alongside Dylan Leonard and Jake Nadovsky in that squad. Jake Nadovsky is back with them again. Started in a 2-0 win overnight. And now another change for Auckland. This time Francis De Vries is coming off on the near touchline. Elliott down the right side. Barney made the challenge. Auckland will stay with it with McKenlay and Brimmer. Roos got back to defend and commit a foul, says the referee. Brimmer has felt the effects of that challenge. He's stayed down. Auckland will, of course, want to ensure that he's fit to not only carry on in this game, but for the season. One of their biggest signings in their inaugural season. Johnny Warren, medalist a couple of years ago for Melbourne Victory. Had a bit of a tougher time of it last season with the A-League men runners-up. Not quite the same starting opportunities as he may have been used to, but still so much quality in that right boot of his, whether it be set piece delivery or from a moving ball as well. And speaking of set piece delivery, he'll be wanting to take this one. In a normal season game, of course, with the physio coming on the pitch, he would have been asked to leave proceedings and wait, but in pre-season those things don't matter as much, and Brimmer will stand over this dead ball. A couple over at the back post. It goes to the near, and Auckland lead. Well, talking about Jake Brimmer's set-piece quality, he's still limping, but he had enough in that right boot to swing it in and pick out Logan Rogerson. It was a lovely header from the Auckland substitute as well. Left Sutton rooted to the spot, nodding it into the bottom left corner. And all of a sudden, Auckland are in the lead here at Ironbark Fields. United had largely controlled periods of the second half. Auckland have maintained a threat going forward for the entirety of this game. But it's 2 goals, largely out of set-piece opportunities for the visitors. The first from a corner that initially hit the crossbar and was recycled, and this one from a wide free kick as well. Paulson launches long, and there is Rogerson, the goal scorer. Barney there to defend, but Rogerson maintains possession, finds Gillian on the edge of the box. Gillian will strike, and that one's just wide of the right-hand post. Did Sutton get a touch on it? Referee and linesman say yes. So it'll be an Auckland corner, and that'll go down as an excellent save from Matt Sutton, who could do nothing about either goal. He's had a relatively flawless game otherwise. A couple of good saves. Some good play with his feet as well, helping United build out of the back. And United will again look to defend a set piece. Oh no. Bypassed everyone at the near post. I think it was Max Matto who eventually collected it and won a corner for Auckland on the opposite flank. Corner comes in all the way to the back post. It's Mata to collect, and he does keep it in. Lawton out to defend. And Dylan Leonard, he does well. Dylan Leonard to pinch possession. Can't quite find Harry Caskey. It's Brimmer the furthest back on the halfway line for Auckland. And all the way back to Paulson now. They're looking for that outlet of Logan Rogerson. Geordie Lawton, a customary interception in midfield from him, and now United break. Caskey to Mark Leonard on the left. Leonard with Lawton in support. Couldn't quite pick his Western United Academy teammate out. Elliott can clear, but York, Lawton and Caskey combine. United again take over possession with Michael Roos. Shamoon making the run forward. Roos just couldn't find him. Excellent defensive work from Michael Roos to ensure Gillian couldn't get away. And that's a lovely little scoop pass from Caskey looking for Vickery down the right. But well defended, and Paulson can clear. It's another good long ball. Luca Coveney brought it down well, but Mata stayed with it. Toby Abani to take this throw for Western United. Callan Elliott again with the pressure on Mark Leonard. Tommy Smith had to hoof it clear. York and Lawton bring it down for United. He's done well to win a throw there, Geordie Lawton. So evasive in midfield. That low centre of gravity, burst of pace and acceleration. And Jake Brimmer is back on the deck. Picked himself up to deliver the cross that put Auckland in front. But you wonder if he may have to sit out the remainder of this game. Of course, Auckland will take no chances being a pre-season friendly. There's a whole season of football that they'll be getting Jake Brimmer ready for. Play back underway with Dylan Leonard, Coveney, York. Shamoon with a lovely touch inside and then pushes it forward to Vickery. The challenge was from the substitute, Nando Pinacre. He wanted the throw in, but didn't get it. So we did have that change. Jake Brimmer back onto the bench, and arguably Auckland's biggest signing, Hiroki Sakai, has come on, the 34-year-old, 75 caps for Japan. His last appearance for the Blue Samurai was at the 2022 World Cup. One of 3 World Cup campaigns that he's been a part of. Auckland break forward again. There's Rogerson. Couldn't get it under control. Leonard hits it into Sakai and is held. Kaski's giving chase to that one. Paulson was off his line well. Tommy Smith across the cover. A combination of he and Paulson showing that Kaski couldn't get on the end of that. Kaski, one of Western United's rapid developers through the academy system, started the season in the under-23 side and ended it as a real pivotal part of Diogo Ferreira's senior team, who had a tilt at promotion for the second season in a row and fell again agonisingly short, despite a fantastic 4-2 win on the final day against Melbourne Victory. Couldn't earn the green and black promotion. Of course, many of the members of that academy team now on the pitch for Western United. As I mentioned earlier, 8 players receiving their first senior contracts directly out of the academy for this season. Shamoon, one of those, who's just lost out in that challenge. Something we actually had a double change for Auckland. Sakai came on for Callan Elliott and Adama Koulibaly slots into Jake Brimmer's position in midfield. Leonard spreads that one to Shamoon in acres of space on the right-hand touchline. Looking for a forward option and finds one in Vickery. To Kaski. Darting inside, Harry Kaski. It's a smart ball. Mark Leonard just couldn't get on the end of it. Paulson pounces on the ball. Not long to go now at Ironbark Fields. United will be pushing for an equaliser in this game, having led at 1-0 for much of it. Ollie Laval opened the scoring in the first half, but Auckland hit back. Excellent pass from Dylan Leonard into his brother Mark. He just couldn't reel it in. McKenlay now finds Gillian. Shamoon did well to get back into position. Leonard came across. The calls for a push in the back, which it may well have been from Shamoon. Referee lets play go on, and Shamoon now has it. Kaski, good footwork. Can he deliver? It was well defended, and McKenlay plays his clearance off Kaski, and Auckland will have the throw in. He's looked really lively, Harry Kaski, off the bench. Couldn't work a yard of space on that occasion. Auckland are away again with Gillian, spreading to Rogerson. Sakai's getting in support. Rogerson doesn't use him. Shamoon with the header away. Now Vickery can break. Kaski wants it ahead of him. Vickery instead looks for Roos, who ended up on the deck. Tommy Smith moves away No foul given. There is Sakai on the ball. Back to Tommy Smith. Lawton, well done to dig in and win the challenge. Just couldn't break for Mark Leonard. And that's an excellent pass from Sakai. Just couldn't be controlled. Dylan Leonard takes over on Vickery and Caskey. Just not quite on the same wavelength. That one's over the top for Matta. And Matt Sutton is a mile out of his goal. He did fantastically to get his head onto it. Excellent, sharp sweeper keeper action from Matt Sutton to prevent Auckland from adding a third. And that is how it'll end. United had the lead in the first half thanks to Oliver Laval's strike. A fantastic hit into the top corner at the near post. United played well throughout the game. Plenty of positive moments. Playing out of the back, set piece opportunities, balls in the box. Alex Paulson, arguably Auckland's best, with a number of superb saves. Auckland in the end stayed in the game. Those saves from Paulson proved pivotal, not allowing United to stretch the lead and giving Auckland the opportunity to hit back with 2 quick goals. And they take a 2-1 win in this pre-season friendly here at Ironbark Fields. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned to the Western United socials and website and digital channels for all the action in pre-season as we count down to not only Sunday, October 20, being round 1 away at Wellington Phoenix, but even more importantly, Sunday, October 27, the first home game here at Ironbark Fields for Western United against Western Sydney Wanderers. Until then, thank you very much for joining us. And it ends here at Ironbark Fields, Western United 1, Auckland FC 2.